I saw this discussion online of people talking about an article slash survey, basically saying that 72% of developers believe that Steam has a monopoly over video game platforms and the place where people buy games in general. And I found it very interesting. I'm usually someone who does not agree with monopoly, because then the people who control the market or whatever it is can do whatever they want to do, and you can't really say much of anything, because there is not really any other choice. So you kind of have to deal with it. And I do think that in any type of media, any type of medium, competition breeds excellence, and you will get better quality products just in general because of people, trying to one up each other, which is very good for the market, very good for the consumer. I mean, Overwatch comes to mind. When the Marvel Rivals came out, the company basically instantly panicked and started changing things and making the game better, or just refreshing it just in general. So little things like that. And I found it very interesting how, I mean, Steam is not really doing much of anything other than being very consumer focused and consumer friendly. As someone who was born in a third world country, Georgia, Eastern Europe, which is basically a PvP server, until I was, I think, 13, 14, I did not even realize that people bought games, because all I would play were free-to-play MMOs or just free-to-play games in general, or I would just see whatever spawned in my computer because of my brother, because I played everything and anything that he played, so whatever he would, get, I would be playing it as well. So when I realized that, oh, people actually buy games and we are supposed to support the developers, especially indie developers, so on and so forth, the first platform that I went to was Steam. And back in the day, I did not realize, well, now I realize how amazing this platform was, because it had and still has regional pricing. If you are someone who is from Eastern EU or just in general like a third world poor country, they have regional pricing, they have bundles, they have sales, and for developers too, especially if you're an indie developer, they have this like Steam workshop that allows them to get into video game development. And I read this comment on Penguin Zero's video of this indie developer saying that like all of the resources that they provide would otherwise be extremely expensive for new and up-and-coming developers. So they just have it on Steam and people can freely use it, practice, or whatever they want to do. I'm not a developer, so I don't really exactly know how it works, but it really, really helps people and it allows them to create a lot of amazing products. So it's just really, the state of video games nowadays makes me so sad, because I used to be so excited to play all the new releases, all the new games, and I would try to get on the hype train and maybe even occasionally pre-order stuff. But nowadays I'm just like, the prices of everything are going up. It's going up like crazy, and the games that were $60 are now going up to like 80. And if you want to get the digital deluxe stuff, it's sometimes even more than 100, which is insane price, based on how expensive like existing is just in general. And it's so disappointing, because like as a content creator too, who just wants to jump on the hype train and play some new games that are coming out and experience this like hype with everyone else, I am so cautious over buying new games, because I know they're gonna flop. And like having all of these platforms like trying to farm you as much as they can, giving you ads in everything, pop-ups everywhere, and Steam just not having any of those things, and them complaining that there is somehow a monopoly, is just so funny to me, because like people just gravitate towards Steam because of how amazing of a like a consumer friendly policies I guess it has. If you have a problem with something or you want to refund something, like they will instantly refund it. They will, like, the support will talk to you. They will like solve it. They will really, really help you. And it's like, it's just so consumer friendly. And I can't really say that a lot of games and a lot of platforms are consumer friendly. All they think about is just farming things and just sucking life and as much money from you as possible. And it's just it's so funny to me. And there has even been a talk of like different, I guess, gaming platforms slash like games companies wanting to implement ads within their games, and you needing to maybe even buy a different version of the game, like a deluxe version, to remove all the ads within the, like that. I cannot believe what the gaming industry is falling into, and it's so frustrating. Like video games have been such a huge part of my life and such a huge passion of mine, and I love them so much as an art and as a medium, that it's very sad for me to see how low of a quality things are getting. And I always loved indie games just in general, but like nowadays I predominantly just play either old games, like old classics that I have never played before, or I just replay them, or I just support indie developers, and that's pretty much it. Like there are very few companies that I trust when it comes to AAA titles, and it's so frustrating. And something that I was thinking about today is it's gonna make me so sad if something ever, God forbid, something ever happens to the Steam, the owner of Steam, basically, because I don't even want to think about who can take over the platform if the wrong, those like stinky suit people will get a hold of the platform and they will just ruin the entire thing. Because it seems that everything that the huge like billion-dollar companies or the investors touch, it's getting so destroyed. Even the beloved companies, beloved games, Dragon Age Veilguard. It's such a tragedy. Just things like that. Man, it makes me so sad. And I just wanted to make this video to yup and complain, because I just wanted to yell into the void, because it's extremely frustrating. And I know that I'm kind of all over the place, so please bear with me. But the point that I'm trying to get at is Steam allows people from poor countries to play different types of games that they otherwise would never be able to afford, and they would not be able to even touch. They would turn to other forms of, getting the game. But there are a lot of gamers who are very open-minded, who do want to support the indie developers. So it's just so crazy to me how these like developers from the stinky AAA companies who are making dookie games and just charging $90 are so like mad about Steam being monopoly, and it's just offering such amazing things to everyone. Yeah, that is pretty much all that I have to say. I'm sure that as I'm gonna be editing this video and uploading it, I'm gonna think of more things to say, but I wanted to make this quick little video because I do want to get into like these commentary types of videos and kind of talk about video games and the media stuff just in general, because it is something that I'm very passionate about. And I keep talking to people around me, and I kind of feel bad for my dad at this point, because I need to leave him alone, because he does not understand what I'm even talking about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Please let me know what you think about this topic in the comments below, and I will see you very soon. That is about it. See ya.